Today I'm going to be doing the question and answer video for the questions that you guys had after Hannah's trach was removed. And I asked these questions on Facebook and Instagram. Can air still be drawn through the stoma, and what would happen if water got in? What's the cleaning procedure until it's fully closed? Is there a big risk for infection? Air can still be drawn in through the stoma. It's fine. It's slowly closing. She'll breathe through it less and less. It doesn't cause any problems. The cleaning procedure is just like any other way that you would clean your skin. You just wipe it. You want to make sure, you don't even need to make sure it's dry. There isn't really anything different that you have to do with it. Is there a big risk for infection? I would say the risk is about the same as having a trach. Obviously, colds can get in there. If anything gets into your airway, then you're gonna get an infection. So you still want to be really careful, but is it a bigger risk? It's the same risk that we've been living with for like the last 3 years, so no, I don't think so. Is she self-conscious of the hole in her neck now? No, I think she's really proud to show it off. I haven't noticed her be shy or anything about it. I mean, I don't think she'd be any more self-conscious of it than the trach. I think she's extra proud now that she doesn't have a trach. I don't really think that she thinks the hole is worse than a trach. Is there a possibility that she will ever need to get a trach again? I wouldn't say that there's no possibility, but I want to say that it's very little. I want to give it a really small percentage. The thing is that if she gets sick, she's gonna need support and help, but then that's just a cold. You know, you only have to get through a week and then you're fine. So I don't think if she gets sick and she's having problems that I'm gonna allow them to put a trach in. I would say that there's a high chance that she'll be on BiPAP, but I'm not gonna be okay, put the trach back in because she has a little cold. I would be you don't have my permission, you put on the BiPAP. I want them to do every single thing they can before putting a trach back in. That being said though, if she gets a cold, her lungs could collapse more, meaning that she will have a harder time breathing, maybe be on BiPAP more often, maybe need a trach because her lungs have gotten way worse. So that is possible. I'm not saying that it isn't possible, but I would really have to know that there is no other options and it's going to be long term, and that really see her failing. It wouldn't be just one day she got a trach. There would be a lot leading up to it. Will you have to monitor O2 levels for a while to make sure everything is going well? I hope that they don't take away that machine for a long time. I don't really know. The other family, I'm pretty sure, had to send it back pretty quickly. They send you stuff in the mail saying give us back our machines or we're gonna charge you. And then you have to give it back. But I think that Hannah is going to be allowed to have it for a lot longer because she still has oxygen in the home, is still gonna need everything that checked. So I think that we will be, and I'm happy to monitor them. I don't want to be sleeping, especially when she has a cold, without her O2 monitor on. That's just, she's not a normal kid. Has Hannah eaten anything? I made a video about this before she got her trach out, and no. Everything I said in that video still stands. The trach had nothing to do with the fact that she doesn't eat. If you're curious to why she doesn't eat and about oral aversion, you can go check out that video right here. How long did Hannah need the ventilator? She was on it, I think, day and night for almost a year. She was allowed to come off during the day sometimes for the first year, but she was on it full time for pretty much a year. Then she was nighttime ventilated for about a year. So I'd say about 2 years for sure she was on the ventilator. How did Hannah feel about her trach being removed before, during, and after the process? So before, there's a bunch of videos where I show myself talking to her about it and she's all excited for taking it out. I don't really think she understood what that really meant, and then you could tell when I got closer to actually taking it out, she kind of started understanding, and she'd say no, and she was scared, and obviously she was scared to get it taken out. I think every single kid I watched get decannulated, and I'm on this group where they actually post a lot of their phone videos of their child getting decannulated. Everybody's child just as nervous as Hannah, if not worse. Some kids will hold their breaths and need to have oxygen and just completely freak out. So I think she did really good during that. Afterwards, she's done amazing. What is Hannah's follow-up care, and will you have to go back to Victoria for that? Her follow-up care is, I think we're supposed to see the respirologist in October. They're away all September. Will I have to go to Victoria for that? We will still have to go to Victoria, I think, for pretty much everything. There is a closer hospital that deals with just O2, so if she gets sick, then that's where she could go. But in reality, if she's so sick that she's needing to go there, then she should really go to the hospital above that, so that if it gets worse, they can do something, because she's already at max. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. And I still want to change hospitals, especially because I know the respirologist is away all of September and was just away all of summer. And how much are you really going to be there in the flu season? So I really think I need to switch, but I'm just waiting a little bit longer until I get nursing figured out, because the doctor is the one making the request for nursing, and a new doctor won't be able to make the same request, and it's kind of all up in the air. So yeah, that's where we're at. When will they start school? They start preschool September 9th, I think. They do 2 days a week in the afternoons. And for real school, in a year. I really don't want you to think I'm being rude or questioning you, but I'm just curious because I thought you had said in one of your videos when / or a little while after you found out she wasn't getting it out was one of the reasons you were hoping to get it out was to not have the nurse anymore. I definitely could be wrong on that, but I thought about it because here it seems like you definitely still want them, which is understandable for at least a little while, just in case. There wasn't really a question in there, except for that there was. I said I want the trach out so that the nursing can go, but I wasn't expecting the nursing to go right away. The difference is that trach stays in, that means indefinite nursing, whereas the trach is out, that means that like soon going to be over. Yeah, they're probably not going to be on my house like right away, but the amount that they're in my house is going to be drastically reduced, and then it's only going to be like maybe 6 months until there's no more nursing, whereas before the trach got out, they were in my house every single night, a lot of days. No time in the near future were they ever planning to get out of my house forever. I hope that makes sense. Did you keep the trach? Is she having trouble breathing through her mouth? Of course I kept the trach. Who wouldn't keep the trach? I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. It's just really gonna sit in a box forever, but yeah, definitely kept it. And is she having troubles breathing through her mouth? No, yes, I don't know. The other day she had kind of a stuffy nose, and I couldn't get her for the life of me when she was sleeping to open up her mouth and breathe through her mouth. So that's gonna be a little bit of an adjustment when she can't breathe through her nose because there's so much mucus in it. She's gonna eventually have to figure out to breathe through her mouth more, but she's doing great besides that. Besides the fact that I don't think she's mastered the mouth breathing yet. But yeah, she's doing really good. Does it make you as nervous as you thought you'd feel if Hannah were to get sick now and you don't have the trach? I honestly thought I'd be a lot more nervous with her having no trach at all, like just even like during the day, like worried that she wasn't gonna be breathing and stuff. I'm so not nervous. I don't even know what the proper word to use right now is. That makes me nervous, is that I think that it's so normal, like I have no worries. I'm not at all scared that she has a trach out. Like when she goes to sleep, I'm not like, oh my god, is she breathing and stuff. I thought I'd be like way more freaking out about that. So I think it's gonna really shock me and scare me when the first sickness happens. Yeah, I think it's scary, and I know that like she's gonna get sick. I also feel like right now that she's just doing so well that it's gonna be like a reality check the first time that she gets really sick. I'm not as nervous as I thought I would be, but I'm still nervous for her getting sick, but I'm not really worried. But thinking about her having a seizure with no trach, that kind of worries me a little bit, but I'm not super nervous, I don't know. Anyways, that's it for this video. I hope that you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in our next video. Bye.